pituitary gland. So this endocrine gland is only capable of releasing, no? Releasing lang but not producing any hormones because the hormones ADH and oxytocin are produced by your hypothalamus and it is only stored inside the posterior pituitary gland until needed. No? So, ito na-discuss na natin to previously sa positive feedback mechanism, the oxytocin. Again, the function of oxytocin is to stimulate uterine contraction and milk release, no? So, ito positive feedback mechanism to. So, kapag nandyan yung stimuli, tsaka lalabas itong si oxytocin. Pag nawala yung stimuli nila, okay, wala na din si oxytocin. So, ganun lang kasimple yung sa oxytocin na yan. Okay, so next, another hormone is ADH. So what is ADH? ADH is also known as vasopressin. So as you can see in this slide, it is hyphenated, no? That is only for discussion purposes. So the spelling of vasopressin ay isang diretsong vasopressin lang. So bakit ko pa nilagyan yan ng hyphen? Kasi to discuss that ADH also acts as vaso means blood vessel. Press, ibig sabihin may pressure sa blood vessel causing vasoconstriction. Okay, so para sa naman yung in? In will give you a clue to what is the chemical composition of ADH and that is protein in nature. Okay, so protein in nature ang ating ADH. So aside from vasoconstriction, it is also discussed previously that anti-diuretic hormone, based from the word itself, anti-diuretic hormone. So hormone siya against diuresis. So it will inhibit you from urinating. Okay, so the main stimuli for the release of vasopressin, ayan, cholinergic drugs, barbiturates, morphine, nicotine, histamine, and the inhibitors are ethanol, cortisol, and lithium. So for ethanol, di ba, ang ethanol, matatagpuan yan sa mga alcoholic beverages. That is why kapag umiinom kayo, okay, umiinom kayo ng alak, kapag nasobrahan na kayo, ihi kayo ng ihi. Bakit kayo ihi ng ihi? Kasi nai-inhibit niya nga yung action nito ni ADH. Okay? Okay, so what are the clinical disorders related to vasopressin? Number 1 is DI or diabetes insipidus. There are two types of diabetes insipidus, the true or neurogenic type and the nephrogenic type, no? Diabetes insipidus. So let's start first with the nephrogenic one. So when you say nephrogenic, the brain is capable of producing ADH, whereas however, there is an abnormal receptor dun sa kidneys, kaya hindi mag-take place yung action ni ADH sa kidneys. Okay, so when you say naman true or neurogenic diabetes insipidus, merong deficiency of ADH to which yung hypothalamus is incapable of producing enough ADH, no? Kahit na ba may normal receptors yan, konti lang kasi yung napoproduce na ADH. Okay, so another clinical disorder related to vasopressin is SIADH, and that is the syndrome of inappropriate ADH secretion. Anong ibig sabihin ng SIADH? May ADH production pero wala namang stimuli. Kaya ihi lang yan hindi siya na iihi, no? Kahit hindi naman siya dehydrated. Okay. So, lab diagnosis for ADH, ayan, overnight water deprivation test. So, anong ginagawa dyan? Dinedeprive lang ng water intake yung patient. And then, the following date, urine is tested, no, for its osmolality. So, the results are the following, no? So, nandyan na din yung interpretation of results. So, ito ay clinical application lamang ng inyong AOBF. So, same lang din yan. Okay? So, for the thyroid gland, so we're now done with hypothalamus, pineal gland, and anterior and posterior pituitary gland. Let's move forward to the thyroid gland. So, again, thyroid gland is the gland found sa neck area ng ating body. It is the butterfly shape organ that is responsible for the production of T3 and T4 and then calcitonin. So T3 and T4 are the main hormones related to our overall metabolic processes, no, whereas calcitonin, it takes a role, no, doon sa maintenance ng calcium homeostasis sa ating body together with parathyroid hormone. So always remember na the functional or fundamental structural unit of the thyroid gland is called as follicle. Okay, so how is thyroid hormone being produced in the body? So the main ingredient in thyroid hormone production is iodine. So saan matatagpuan yung iodine? Iodine can be found sa isda, gulay and all. Okay, pero ngayon madalas na yan matagpuan sa mga iodized salt. Kasi meron na tayong batas that requires the manufacturing of salt na merong iodine. Kasi noong unang panahon, mataas ang prevalence ng taong merong goiter. Kaya to treat that, ginawang batas yung paglagay ng iodine or pagmix ng iodine sa salt. Kaya bumaba yung prevalence ng taong may goiter. Okay, so iodine coming from the diet will enter the thyroid gland. Okay, and then it will enter itong area na to. Ito yung tinatawag nating colloid. Okay, so sa colloid, naandyan yung isang amino acid. That amino acid is tyrosine. So iodine will combine with tyrosine, one molecule of tyrosine producing T1. Ibig sabihin, isa pa lang yung iodine, okay, content ng hormone na yan. Okay, then addition of another molecule of iodine, it is now called as T2. So further metabolic processes happening inside the colloid, no, upon the combination of T1 and T2, it can produce T3, okay, one of the physiologically active thyroid hormones in the body. And if two T2s were combined, okay, it will now produce T4. So T4 is the principal secretory product of the thyroid gland, no? So siya yung makakapag-dictate kung normal ba ang function ng thyroid gland. Aside from that, T4 can also produce T3 by the process of deiodination. Okay, deiodination. Okay, so ibig sabihin ng deiodination, tatanggalin yung isang molecule ng iodine to produce T3. Then after processing, these thyroid hormones are now ready to be released in the bloodstream to produce their action sa ating body. So how are these thyroid hormones being regulated, no? So ito yung process ng ating negative feedback mechanism, yung endocrine axis, to which TRH will be released by the hypothalamus to stimulate the anterior pituitary gland to produce TSH that will stimulate the production of thyroid hormones doon sa thyroid gland, no? So kapag mababa yung thyroid hormones, mag-stimulate dyan or magsisend dyan ng signal sa hypothalamus to produce TRH. So TRH will stimulate the anterior pituitary gland to produce TSH. Then TSH will stimulate the thyroid gland to produce thyroid hormones para mag-normal siya. So kapag mataas na yung thyroid hormones, hindi na magre-release si hypothalamus ng TRH. So wala ding stimuli sa anterior pituitary gland, so walang TSH. So walang marireceive na message si thyroid gland. So hindi na siya gagawa ng thyroid hormones until mag-normalize yung levels ng thyroid hormones in the circulation. So ito rin naman yan, parehas lang yan. So what are the functions of thyroid hormones? So basically, if you summarize this up, the main function of the thyroid hormones is for our overall metabolic process in the body. Okay? So what are the thyroid hormones? So there are two, as mentioned a while ago, no? Thyroxine and triiodothyronine. So T4 and then T3. So the main component of these thyroid hormones nga is iodine. So without iodine, thyroid hormones will not be produced. So what is the chemical structure of these thyroid hormones? So for T4, ayan, ilan iodine molecule meron dyan? bilangin. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, kapag T3 naman, malamang tatlong iodine lang yan. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So, let's start first with T4. So, T4 is also known as 3,5,3'5' tetraiodothyronine, which is the principal secretory product of the thyroid gland. Okay, so T4 is a good indicator of thyroid secretory rate, to which it is also the prohormone of T3 production. So, when you say prohormone, babawasan lang yan ng iodine molecule to produce T3. Okay, so that is in the process of the iodination. Okay, so the iodination, ayan, thyroxine will then be converted into T3. Okay, with the help of this enzyme, the iodinases. Okay, so tatanggalin nila yung isang molecule ng iodine to produce T3. Okay, so what are the effects of T4 in the body? So cardiac output, heart rate, ventilation rate, basal metabolic rate, catecholamines, potentiate brain development, and thickens endometrium in females. So basically, general effect nito ni thyroxine is for our overall metabolic processes. Please take note that T4 is also related sa female reproductive system, no? Kaya kapag may problema sa fertility or if a couple, no, gusto na nilang magkaanak tapos nagpa-check sila sa fertility clinic, at T4 or FT4 is also included doon sa pag-check nung endocrine panel ng babae, no, together with progesterone, estrogen, cortisol, testosterone, etc., etc. Okay, so kasama din yan si T4. Okay, so aside from T4, we also have T3. So T3 is also known as 3,5,3' triiodothyronine, the most active type of thyroid hormone that is 80% from the iodination of T4. Okay, so T3 is used to diagnose hyperthyroidism or yung tinatawag na thyrotoxicosis. Now, we all know now the different types of thyroid hormones, no, in the body. So, ito ay nagsisirculate sa dugo natin. Okay? It is circulated or it is in our bloodstream that is bound to transport protein. So there are different types of transport protein, no, na nagki-carry ng thyroid hormones. But those bound thyroid hormones are not physiologically active as compared doon sa free or unbound type ng thyroid hormone. So ito yung pinaka mini-measure natin sa laboratory. So speaking of these proteins, no, thyroid hormone binding proteins, we have three types, no, TBG, prealbumin, and then albumin. Okay, so TBG transports about 70 to 75% of thyroid hormones, whereas yung prealbumin, mga 15 to 20% yan, and yung least is itong albumin. Okay? So, please remember, ito na-discuss na siguro to sa CC1 ninyo. Prealbumin is also known as transthyretin. So, again, may hyphenation na naman dito. So, yung hyphenation na yan ay ginawa ko lang for discussion purposes. So, the spelling should be in a straight format, no? Walang hyphen. Transthyretin. So, when you say trans, ang main function niya is to transport, no, thyroid hormones and then retinol. Okay? Retinol or vitamin A. So, yan yung function ni prealbumin. Okay, so what are the different related diseases to thyroid gland? So there are two. Paulit-ulit lang naman yan sa lahat ng endocrine organs, no? Hyper and hypo. So hyperthyroidism and then hypothyroidism. So what you can observe in this image, no? If there is hyperthyroidism, the main characteristic of a patient is the presence of their bulging eyes or exophthalmia, and then goiter. Okay, so when you say goiter, it means the enlargement of the thyroid gland, period, no? So it is not often related to hyperthyroidism alone. So goiter is related to the enlargement of the thyroid gland for whatever reasons. We cannot conclude yet unless a laboratory test was requested. or is requested, no? So, kung may goiter yung pasyente mo, hindi mo siya pwedeng sabihin na hyperthyroidism agad or hypo. Okay? Basta ang alam mo, pag may goiter, malaki yung kanyang thyroid gland. Okay? Upon laboratory diagnosis, no, dun mo lang masasabi kung hypo, hyper yan, depende dun sa result ng T3, T4 niya. Okay? So, ano yung mga signs and symptoms for hyperthyroidism? Ayan, tachycardia, tremors, weight loss, heat tolerance, emotional ability, menstrual changes, etc. Okay? So, common na makikita yan sa mga taong mapayat. Okay? Kaya nga, weight loss. Okay? So, for hypothyroidism naman, kabaliktaran lang ang signs and symptoms of hyperthyroidism. So, kung mapayat si hypothyroidism naman ay medyo mataba. Okay? Okay. So, mag-discuss muna tayo sa hyperthyroidism. So, common example ng hyperthyroidism is thyrotoxicosis. So, when you say thyrotoxicosis, there's an increased levels of thyroid hormones, no? So, with the presence of this mass, ito yung tinatawag na goiter. Okay, so since mataas ang thyroid hormones dito, okay, if we apply yung negative feedback mechanism, the TSH should be low. Kasi nga, masyado nang mataas yung thyroid levels. Okay, thyroid hormone levels sa dugo. Okay, so another example of hyperthyroidism is Graves' disease, a type of autoimmune disorder, no, to which there's an increase of thyroid hormones, kaya nga Graves. So sabi doon sa review center namin dati, para daw hindi mapagbaliktad yung Graves tsaka Hashimoto, basahin daw yung Graves' disease in Tagalog, no? So, grave. So, ibig sabihin, grabe daw yung taas ng thyroid hormone. So, ganito ang itsura ng taong may Graves' disease. So, classic feature niya is itong bulging eyes. That is also known as exophthalmia or exophthalmos. Okay? So, next is radial thyroiditis, a woody or stony hard mass of the thyroid gland, and subclinical hyperthyroidism. So, what is subclinical hyperthyroidism? So, when you say subclinical hyperthyroidism, nandun pa lang yung levels ng FT3 and FT4 sa higher normal level, no, sa upper limit ng normal values, no? Kaya yung TSH niya low na, kumbaga nasa nasa limit na. Okay, so isang na lang yan, isang pitik na lang, mataas na talaga yung kanyang thyroid hormones. Nasa upper limit yung thyroid hormones niya. Okay, so next is secondary or pituitary hyperthyroidism, to which the main problem is the pituitary gland. Anong ginagawa ng pituitary gland? Masyado siyang re-release ng madaming TSH, thus producing increased levels of thyroid hormones as well. And lastly is painful thyroiditis. Okay. In painful thyroiditis, ayan, TPO antibodies are absent, no? ESR and thyroglobulin levels are elevated, kaya nga painful kasi merong inflammation. Okay, so let's just review. So the effects of iodine deficiency on thyroid hormones. So ibig sabihin nga, pag walang iodine, walang thyroid hormones kasi yan yung isa sa mga key ingredient in production of thyroid hormones. So since walang thyroid hormones, ano nangyayari sa thyroid gland? No, nafo-force siya to produce thyroid hormones. However, kulang nga siya sa ingredient. So, kahit na ba masyadong mataas yung TSH, kahit na magtrabaho itong si thyroid gland, wala siyang mabubuong thyroid hormones kasi nga walang iodine. Thus, resulting to goiter kasi overwork yung thyroid gland. Okay, so goiter is not only confined sa hyperthyroidism, it can also be found sa hypothyroidism. So, the only way for you to determine the cause of goiter is to determine the concentration of T3 and T4 sa blood ng patient mo. Okay, so again, yung goiter is the enlargement of the thyroid gland. Okay, in hypothyroidism, ano yung mga examples natin under that? So number 1 is primary hypothyroidism. So when you say primary hypothyroidism, the main problem is the thyroid gland itself. Okay, so incapable yung thyroid gland to produce thyroid hormone for some reason. Pwedeng walang iodine, sira yung thyroid gland because of surgical removal, radioactive exposure to radioactivity or radiation, then drugs such as lithium. Okay, so example of hypothyroidism is Hashimoto's disease. Same with Graves' disease, it is also a type of autoimmune disorder. Okay, to which there's a presence of goiter nga. So the method of testing is TPO antibody test, to which it is positive. Next is mixed edema. So mixed edema is a type of hypothyroidism that can be found sa adults, no? Adult patients. So ano yung characteristic ng taong may mixed edema? Ayan, puffy face, medyo may eye bags dito, yan. Slow ang kanyang metabolism and all. Okay, mixed edema yan. So if this is not treated appropriately, it may lead to mixed edema. So if there is mixed edema for adults. So, for babies naman, okay, ang tawag doon ay cretinism. Okay, so same lang sila ng tawag dito, signs and symptoms, ganyan. Or sabihin natin, same lang sila ng characteristic at some point, no, mababa ang kanilang thyroid hormones, but the age group are different, no. For babies, cretinism, kapag ka-adults, mixed edema. Okay, so next is secondary hypothyroidism. So the main problem is the pituitary gland, no. So pituitary gland, sira, walang TSH, thus walang stimuli for the thyroid gland to produce thyroid hormone. So mababa din. If there is tertiary hypothyroidism naman, the main problem is the hypothalamus. So hindi siya makapag-produce ng TRH. So walang stimuli sa pituitary gland, wala ding production ng thyroid hormones. Okay, so damay-damay yan silang lahat. And lastly is yung subclinical hypothyroidism. So same with subclinical hyperthyroidism. Okay, the main issue is that ito namang thyroid hormones ay nasa lower limit, no, ng normal values. Sobrang baba naman yun. Nasa normal range pa rin siya, pero nandun na siya sa pinaka-lower limit niya. Kaya yung TSH medyo pataas na yan kasi nga masyado na, malapit na siya dun sa low levels, no, yung T3 and T4. Okay? So, ito na-discuss ko na to sa inyo yung T3 uptake hanggang parathyroid gland, if I'm not mistaken, no. So na-discuss ko na to ata sa inyo kahapon. Okay, so hindi ko na to ulit i-discuss. Yung next meeting na lang natin ay all about the adrenal glands na after ng ating exam. Okay, so kung wala na tayong questions and all, so kindly leave the meeting na lang siguro at around 3 o'clock p.m. Thank you.